Hey everyone, this is why I'm leaving too. If you see anything wrong with my videos, that means that they have been edited. It's not my fault. I have been going through this for quite some time with Illuminaries trying to be me, and it's been crazy. They either want me to be them or them trying to be me, and I'm kind of tired of it, but it is what it is. Moving forward. What's been really going on, the reason why I had to say goodbye to certain issues, like I said, I went up under attack. The attack started to get too out of control. I'm the type of person, I really don't believe in giving up. I really don't believe in giving in. But at the same time, I noticed certain issues, certain problems that was still taking place. People being flamboyantly telling me what they did to me, what's going on with me and stuff like that. So there are witnesses of the situation going on, but nobody really reporting, nobody really saying anything to anyone else, but it's directly stated to me. And so I needed to protect myself from certain situations. Like I told you, I went under a demonic possession at my former job, where that's usually the terminology in which they use in religious cultures, possession. But at the same time, I have to tell you about these demon possession. Demon possession is a comatose state in which another person tries to take complete control over you. You cannot do anything to them. You cannot abuse them. You cannot stop them from abusing you, because you're possessed according to them. I went through this at a former job. So they would have you do certain things that was inappropriate. They're okay with you doing inappropriate things to show the state of sickness in which you're in. So if you're a woman, they want to put you in the status of a man. If you are a strong woman and you're doing what you're supposed to do, that's the status that they're going to try to put you in, the luminary, so that they can pretend to be you and say that you are them. And it's not the case. A lot of women are going up under attack, men as well, where they are dating, married to these same people that are against them and attacking them, but they see the rise, but they don't see the attack that takes place. And when these women separate themselves from these men, somehow they advance themselves even farther than what they would have been staying with them. You were already predestined for greatness, but you became greater because you separated yourself from them. Certain times that does not happen. Um, I know for a fact certain things happen and we're not aware. They don't just attack straight people, they attack gay people too. I can tell you personally, I heard some things on the job about this one man, and he's very handsome, gorgeous guy, great personality, wonderful person. Um, where they were like, look, we want to sleep with him, and he was already gay and stuff. And I tell people this all the time: just because you're gay doesn't mean you sleep with everybody, and these people have this perspective, if you're having sex, that you have sex with everybody, you know, or whatever the case may be, whether you're gay or straight. This is their perception, and they'll try to get you into that lifestyle and try to get you doing these type of things, and you're not that type of person. So you got to be careful. You got to choose and make your decisions very wisely. That's part of the reason why I choose not to have sex, because had I been having sex, I would not have known half of the incidents that were going on with me of rape were going on with me. So with me choosing not to have sex, it kind of awakened me to certain things. With me choosing not to be a part of certain things, it really wakes me up to certain things. And then now it's starting to get like, when I'm trying to work, the jobs are becoming like men that I dated, where I have to separate myself from them to actually regain or recover or whatever the case may be. And it's not necessarily the job. At that time, it wasn't necessarily men, it was the fact that they were the doorway in which the luminary used to get into the area to do damage, to do dirt, to do cause problems, or whatever. Some people call them shapeshifters, they're luminaries. It's just as simple as that. It's an illumination. You have to know this, and that's what it is. You're in a blinded state where you're looking through what one would call a mirror, and they're writing the wrong messages on the mirrors for you. So it is what it is. And the reason why they call it a mirror is like a camera, video, monitor, whatever you want to call it, in your eyes. Remember, I told you this a while back about the Cure for Wellness, how this really took place, hearing. You were deaf, but found ways to make you hear, and they used that against people that could already hear. You were blind, they found ways to make people be able to see through certain devices, and they used that against people that could already see. If they couldn't see, they would damage their eyes, damage their ears, damage the body to make sure that they would need the devices anyway. You guys have to know and how it really goes. I tell people fictional stories is very much true, and the reason why I have to tell them this, the only way that you would know the truth about the fictional story if you were insider to that story. They are very much true. They're not really fictional. They are very much true, but they deal with true things that are going on, but have hidden meanings and secrets behind them. The only way you will know if you were an insider and you were given a doorway into that life. So be very, very careful with yourself. Know what you're dealing with. Know it is connected to, although it's fantasy, it's connected to a reality. And that reality can be majorly changed and affected by certain things in which you do. I have to tell you, we fight against so many different things daily. Um, you have to protect yourself because some of this stuff you will not recover from with this possession. You will not recover from. And they're not going to tell you that. They're not going to be straightforward with you and tell you you can just recover from it. When you start sitting up there, you start seeing people with homosexuality issues and all kinds of stuff like that. When you start seeing them come at you in the wrong manner, because it's not just homosexuality. See, it starts out with you dating a guy or a girl. Starts there. Next thing you know, they want you to be with a man or a woman. If you're a man, they want you to be with another man. If you're a woman, they want you to be with another woman. So that's step 2. Okay, then they want you to be with children, give you inappropriate thoughts about children. So if you give in to those temptations, that's step 3. Then it's maybe animals, but some of this stuff doesn't always go in that order. You may have children, then homosexuality, all this different stuff. You cannot allow a doorway to that type of stuff, impure thoughts, impurities, period. Cut it off. And the way these devices are set up talking about they're doing this to monitor you and see if this is what you really want or whatever. No, these people are possessing people with this. So when you start seeing people with feelings for children, that's dark psychology, dark persuasion, and that's something that they have given into, and it's something that they're trying to make possess this person. Sometimes they use children to attack other children. You need to be mindful of that. That's why you have to be careful who you allow over to your house, who you allow around your kids, family, friends, whatever. You have to be careful. Their kids, you have to be careful. You know, we all mean well, but at the same time, the devil don't care how he play. He don't care what he use as an instrument. He will use me, use a baby, anything. He don't care what he uses as long as he gets what he wants. He don't care. We stick to the word of God for a reason, to create a parameter and a belief in which one can actually grow themselves. When you start reading the books of Solomon, The keys of Solomon. These are demons actually coming to this man, telling this man what they do to people, what they have done to the previous prophets that were before him, what they will do, and stuff like that. And they're sitting up there telling you, say, oh, well, you have the ability to make them do what you want them to do. Listen to me. You have no ability to make people do what you want them to do. These are, listen to me. What is taking place, the people of God are considered to be demons because of certain people that they came to defense and came to aid. They are considered to be lower level demons because they would not allow certain people to be punished, would not allow certain things to go on, would not allow certain behaviors to take place in their presence. So they're looking at some people of God as lower level demons, and they want them to do what they want them to do. But truth be told, they are not demons. They are people of God, and they are doing spiritual possession over these people. This is just as clear as I can possibly get it for the religious community. Now I'm going to get on the natural realm of things. Okay, there are a group of people that want to take other people through and have control, like a slavery type thing over these people. This is what we call demonic possession. They want to possess, want to keep control, want to actually have complete puppeteering rights to, or whatever the case may be. What is taking place is there is another group of people fighting against this, saying you have no rights to actually control anybody. You have no rights to force anybody sexually. You have no rights to none of this. And this ain't a plantation. This is actually someplace that people should be able to dwell in peace. So this is where you're dealing with the freedom fighter, and this is where you're living with the oppressor. So one is good, one is evil. Whichever one you choose to be that's just what it's going to be for you. But I can tell you one thing about an oppressor, it would oppress its own. One thing about people that's trying to set you free, they want to free you and they want to free their own. So you best to believe you need to be on point and aware of what you choose for your life and what you choose for yourself. You can find freedom in certain ways of actually disciplining yourself. I find sexual liberty in not having sex. Certain people find sexual liberty in sleeping with whoever they want to sleep with. To each its own. What I have to make you guys aware of is that this type of attacks will continue to go on if we do not wake up to them and do not prepare and get attacked together to take complete control of it. It will continue to go on. They don't care what they rape. They will rape a newborn baby. They have raped me since I was a child. They don't care what they rape. They have had possession over certain things in my life since I was a child, my mother and everything. If that's not slavery, I don't know what is. And they do it all under them saying, oh, they're people of God. They do it all up under them saying, okay, well, we are the government. They do it all up under so many different things. When you start seeing movies talk Black Judas, I remember the movie Black Judas. He said, I can get him to do whatever I want him to do as long as I say I'm the law. And he wasn't. And that's the game they're playing. They're not the law, but at the same time, they're not letting you get the information to the law so that the law can intervene, because the law is under attack as well. The government is under attack as well, so they're not allowing the information to get to them or anyone that can possibly help you. I don't know how else clearer to say it. There, a lot of us are in a dumbfounded state because when they came in to attack, they attacked those that were in power first. Be careful with yourself. Be careful with your body. This is part of the reason why I have to prepare myself. I have to be wise about certain things. I have to be wise about being involved in certain things, who I associate with, who I will let around me, who I will be involved with, because they don't care. These are luminaries. They will come in and portray to be something that they're not. Another thing, The men that are raping people and women that are involved in raping people, you think you're raping somebody, but guess what? Somebody's raping you too. I have already got vision on that. I have already seen it happen. So many different things that I was allowed to see and fall right back unconscious. Um, I don't know how to actually continue to tell the truth about certain things, but this is how it is. I don't care how people feel about it. I can only tell the truth about the situation. COVID is staying further beyond a disease. We are under universal attack. And if you're not prepared for that attack, we're going to be consumed, and it just is what it is. Sometimes you're going to have to let go of some things and live in poverty. And that's the sad part about it. You don't want to, but it's just a reality. My jobs are now becoming like guys that I dated. And that's the sad part about it. It's not necessarily the job. It's the stuff that's going on the job that you shouldn't have to go through. Being raped, certain things going on, that abuse and stuff like that. Like I said, I worked for a job couple of years. I didn't even know how much abuse was taking place with me. People destroying my body, people abusing my body and stuff like that. And I was considered nothing but a possession to them. And they carry themselves like that, thinking that that makes them mightier, make them stronger, make them more physically capable, or whatever the case may be, manly, woman. I don't know what they're thinking. But at the same time, all I can tell you is they don't care. We are being raped, we're doing reports of rape or whatever. You go to the legal system say they can't do nothing to help you. You get kidnapped in broad daylight, taken to a mental health facility. These are all things that's supposed to be under God. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? There are organizations, institutions that's supposed to be in place to help people, and they are not. So, yes, they're using the people of God. They're using systems that was put in place to actually help development of the United States, and they're taking it and twisting it and using it to harm, oppress, and take down the United States. Be very, very careful. I don't know how else clearly to say it. So you may feel like everything is okay, and I'm going to tell you what's going to be said. Oh, she's gay, and she just don't want to live up to it, and she's this and she's that. No, listen to me. When you start to have inappropriate thoughts about a man, woman, or anything sexually, and you cannot stop it, that is a possession. You have to separate yourself from any and everything that could possibly possess you or could have authority or control over you. Know what you're dealing with. This is not a joke. This is not normal behavior. Although it has been universally accepted, it is not the norm. It's an abnormality, and these people rejoice off of abnormalities. They do illuminations, they do harm against you, your children, your family, your mama, your daddy, or whoever in their image, which means they are luminaries. And in this, you'll probably learn it in demonology, or you'll probably learn something about shapeshifters in mythology. Beware. That's only waking you up to luminaries. When you're dealing with the mirror, you're dealing with the eye, you're dealing with so many different things. Like I told you, the cure for wellness did not actually come from sickness, it actually came from the well. So people who couldn't hear, they made a way for them to hear. They started putting this message to people that could actually hear normally. People who couldn't see, they use this technology to make it where they can see. They start putting it in people that can see and removing their regular vision. Know what you're dealing with. Be smart. Know what these people do. They do not care about us. And then they got the virtual. You got this whole E thing. It's like the vowels or whatever. You got the I. You got the E, hearing. You got the U, which is the full body possession, which is comatose. You got the O, which means that your whole environment is universal. So that's the virtual. Know what you're dealing with. Take your vows seriously, because I'm going to tell you, if you sit up there and you start doing the mess that they do, you will pay for it. That's about all I can tell you. Hopefully this helps you and everything. Oh yeah, another thing that's been going on too. You women been getting married to these men, and you men been getting married to these women. All of them are luminaries. They do not care for you. They do not care for your family or nothing. They're sitting there waiting to destroy you. You were supposed to be higher than you were supposed to be by now. They're sitting there. All they're doing is plotting against you. You see yourself growing, but you would have grown more had you not had them. God bless you guys. Good luck with everything. Be careful. Say to yourself, don't date. Like the Apostle Paul said, it's better to be alone. And it's a reason for that. Be smart. Good luck, you guys.